First of all, I think poets should write, and if he or she is frank with himself, herself, it will work for other, and it will have a strong message.
A poet always has to write for the public, always, for someone who listens, because otherwise, I think a poem is never completed if it's not listened to. I think you can always write a poem, but there's a level of quality missing if it's not receptive. So I think it's very important that someone listens to it, even if it's only the person who wrote it.
The poet should always perform for themselves, otherwise you can't connect to the audience. If you write for the audience, you're not being true to yourself or to poetry, so how can an audience connect with a fake person, you know, somebody that's not authentic, that's not real?
Well, humor is very valid in poetry, and it's been in poetry all over all the time, and I frankly don't really understand why poetry that somehow works on a humorous level should be considered a stand-up comedy. I mean, if you look at the greatest writers in history, some of them were very funny, but you wouldn't say Shakespeare was a stand-up comedian, would you?
So I think humor is very strong technique or even like emotion that one can use in poetry. I think it can be used to tell painful stories or painful realities. I think it's a way to connect to the audience immediately, you know what I mean? It's like an attention grabber. But I think something about humor always reminds me of like painful stories, you know. It's poetry. I think humor is poetry.
Humor is just another skill, and you can be a master of it. It could give you a good metaphor.
Slam does contribute to the poetry community as a whole. You know, it's used to be in a bar or some place dark where people hang out to reel the people in. But once you have the people in, you have exposed them to poetry. And you can go into the classroom, you can teach from a book, or a slam poet can write a book, and it's the same community. Oh, you look like my...
I think the good side of slam poetry battles is that some people could be motivated by this, and that the environment, the community is growing, and also it involves public.
I think it's a bit of both, actually. It's the competition on one side, of course, is a very good tool for creating drama in a slam poetry evening, to have poems being set into some kind of dramaturgy of an evening, which is very good for it. Then, of course, I think it could be a populist approach to write only for the public's approval, which is lethal.